What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Steven's Nerd Corner. We're back with an omnibus review. You saw the thumbnail. We're gonna get straight into it, man. Batman by Jeph Loeb and Tim Sale. Wow, what an omni. It's a thick one. It's a thick boy. Before we even get into it, I just want to say rest in peace, Tim Sale. A legend. Straight up, man. A legend. Just amazing work. You know, he's gone way too soon. Way too soon. And, just rest in peace. My condolences to his family. I mean, I know it's been a couple years by now, but, So let's get straight into it, guys. Straight into the contents. Collects Legends of the Dark Knight Halloween special. There's 3 of them. Was it Chaos, Fear, and another one? There's 3 of them. They're all 3 80 pages each, so they're quite large. Then it collects Long Halloween issues 1 through 13. Dark Victory issues 0 through 13, but issue 0 is like in half an issue. It's it's the 0 issues. You know how they do. And then it also collects Catwoman When in Rome miniseries. It's 6 issues. Collects issues 1 through 6. There's also like a little Batman Superman short story. It's like a couple pages, really nothing. But yeah, that's what the book collects. So it's crazy. There's omnis that collect way more, I guess, in issue count. But I mean, you guys see it. It's thick. I mean, this is up there with those higher issue count omnis. So it's kind of insane, but it makes sense. Like I said, with those 3 specials, 80 pages each. I mean, how many issues is that? I mean, 24 pages an issue. I don't even want anything. I mean, almost. That's damn near 40. I mean, 44 issues each special, and there's 3 of them. So kind of makes sense. Adds up, but So yeah, let's get straight into the story. I'm gonna keep it light spoilers. There's a lot of big twists and crazy stuff. I won't spoil those big ones for you. But man, what an amazing story the whole way through. I really don't think there's a weak issue in the Omni. I mean, I loved this Omni. I mean, it's a masterpiece. I can tell you that. And I mean, I've already probably been a month or 2 since I've read this. I've been meaning to do this review, so I'm definitely behind. But man, definitely masterpiece stuff. It was amazing. Tim Sale's art the whole way through, amazing. Jeph Loeb's writing in this is tight. Like, there's no real plot holes or any like big missing links where you're like, what the hell happened there? None of that. I mean, especially in a world post Ultimatum and Hush 2 with Jeph Loeb. I mean, and if you ask me, his work is definitely dropped in the more so modern era, but this is where I guess he made his name, or I don't want to discredit him. Maybe he did it before, but I mean, this was some masterpiece work. I mean, especially on such an old character like Batman. Insane stuff he does here. But yeah, so a big part of the story that's incorporated is the mobs, the crime families, Falcones and the Maroonis and all that. It's a little bit different here. They're not so much like this mob family, a little bit more complicated than that, but really interesting stuff there. You can see how this influenced all the movies, definitely the Nolan trilogy, the recent Matt Reeves Batman. Definitely very influential story, man. Amazing stuff. But like I said, Jeph Loeb was really like in his bag for this. I mean, amazing stuff. These amazing twists that you don't see coming, because he'll give you the twist that you kind of thought was happening, and then boom, like another twist on top of it that you didn't, and that's what's really cool about it. So he does crazy stuff like that. I really love his voice for Batman here. This is another reason why I have such a problem with Hush 2, because I don't like his voice for Batman in that. His Batman sounds so unsure and just like it's not weird. It's like a year 1 Batman for Hush 2. But in this one, even though this Batman, he's not year 1, I think he's year like 2 or 3. It's still early career Batman. But I love his voice for Batman here. He's just more confident, even when he's unsure of something, he's still like, he doesn't sound like he's scared. I love when he's interrogating. There's a bunch of scenes like that. Where is, like all that stuff. I can hear Bale. I think, especially, I don't know, maybe it's the way Tim Sale draws Batman, but I really heard and felt Christian Bale here in this one. I don't know about you guys. I don't know if you guys have one set voice. For me, with certain characters, I think it varies, especially with Batman. with so many actors and voice actors. You know, I definitely hear Conroy a lot, but for most of the story, I felt like I heard Bale's Batman. I don't know why, but yeah, it's just amazing stuff he does here. The first three Legends of the Dark Knight specials, they kind of set some stuff up with our villains. We get stuff with Scarecrow, Mad Hatter. You know, those guys show up a bunch during Long Halloween and Dark Victory. You know, so it's great to see them utilized. You know, they're not the main focal point, but you know, they show up. They do. You know, they get into a Batman a little bit. That's always great. We get some Joker stuff. Joker's amazing as always, and again, he's not even the focal point. But I mean, the Joker is so awesome that he kind of becomes the focal point, even though he still isn't really the focal point of this story at any point. But he just, when he shows up, he kind of becomes it, and it's awesome. Like, excuse me. But Loeb's voice for Joker as well, who's Joker's really not in this story a lot, so don't get worried. Oh, it turns out to be Joker. None of that. But man, it's magnificent seeing him there, especially the way the way Tim Sale draws him. Oh my goodness. I mean, like I said, I'm just saying it the whole video. Tim Sale's art. I mean, honestly, nothing like it. It's just, I don't know. It's rough, like gritty, but it's grounded. You know, I don't know. It's real. But it's so stylized. It's so weird. I don't know, but it's beautiful. Honestly, love Tim Sale's art. Beautiful the whole way through. And it's crazy. You know, I was logging it in Comic Geeks. I was looking. He was on schedule, I think, for the most, like, almost the whole time. So you know, his art was great, and he seemed like he was on point. The only time I saw a delay, I think, was the last issue of Dark Victory. It seemed like there was a month delay, but that's it. I mean, that's pretty good. He held it down for over 20 something issues, you know. So you know, Tim Sale was definitely the man. Again, you know, keep saying it. One thing I want to say about Loeb, especially like with these mob stuff, like his mob talk is amazing. Like his wise guy stuff, it felt like I was watching like Goodfellas, or like The Godfather. Like, it's good. It didn't feel corny, because I feel like sometimes when they overdo it with "hey oh," it's corny. You know, like, all right, what do we, you know, you do the Jersey Shore, like stuff like that. But he didn't overdo it here, and like I said, it just felt rough, felt real. The dialogue was great. I mean, and I love the mob stuff. Me personally, I love the mob stuff. And I've noticed with Loeb, he'll throw in references, like a Godfather reference or a Goodfellas reference. Like, there's lines you'll catch in there. I forgot which one was here, but he'll give you something super obvious. Like, somebody will be like, "Oh yeah, it's Jimmy two times. He says everything two times," and the guy will be like, "Oh, get the papers, get the papers." Like, he'll rip a line straight out that you'll know. Like, he didn't hush two. Yeah. You need to work your magic to, you know, I want to use all your powers, you know, when he's saving the Joker and all that. So he does it a lot. I love to see that. You know, that was fun. But you know, it's great. And Tim, I don't know if it was Loeb's idea, whose, but one thing I love, at the end of every issue, they did this for Dark Victory and Long Halloween. It's almost like a recap, sort of, but not really. It's also telling the story. Like, for I'll put a picture up. So at the end of every issue, I know for a Long Halloween, it says Jim Gordon on his desk, but he has like the evidence board behind him where they put the evidence on the wall. And you'll see throughout the whole, you know, run, basically it fills up with evidence, and then something happens that it all gone, then it all comes back. Like, it's so awesome. Like, I love the little stuff like that. Even at the end of an issue, it's just like, oh, you know, it's almost like a little, like I said, like a little recap. See what happened. You know, we'll have some evidence of what's going on, because both stories are murder mysteries the whole way throughout, and they're just done so well, so well. I mean, the cast of characters we get is crazy. Loeb, I mean, he's known to do it, that like utilize a lot of his rogues, but here it makes sense. That's the problem. Another problem with Hush 2, like, people just show up and it makes no sense. I know it's not a Hush 2 video, but I gotta relate to it because it's Loeb. But you know, it's just like, it makes no sense. But here he'll have, it feels like almost the whole rogues gallery show up, but it makes sense, you know. It's like, oh, but I'm like, there's not one villain out there that I pick out, I'm like, why the hell is he here? You know, everyone that's there makes sense. You know, I don't know what happened, man. What happened to Loeb? But yeah, like, here it's dope. Like, you'll just get these and you know, especially by Sale, you'll go and you'll get a double page spread of like Joker, all these, I won't even say all the guys, but all these rogues galleries of Batman, and it's magnificent, man. You know, they're doing their pose. No one's like that, and no one sticks out. Like, it's Batman's rogues gallery, and there's not one that sticks out to where you're like, why is he like that? Why is he posed like that? Why does he look like that? Why is he there? None of it comes into question because it all makes sense. Loeb set it up, and then Tim just like he's just able to visualize it, man, and it makes sense. You know, and it seems like they were kind of a dream team. Like, I don't know, maybe he liked his scripts. I'm not sure. Like, they just were so just I don't know what it was, locked in. I guess they were tapped in. You know, like they just didn't miss together. I know they did a huge run at Marvel with like Hulk and Spider-Man and Daredevil, right? Like Hulk Gray, stuff like that. I definitely want to check that stuff out. But man, this Batman story, it's definitely top 5 Batman story. Long Halloween and Dark Victory. Dark Victory is a sequel story. It all ties in together. Even the Catwoman miniseries ties in. You know, it shows what she's doing in between and stuff. Even Legends of the Dark Knight, that kind of sets up Long Halloween and Dark Victory and everything. So it's all like one self-contained story, which is great. Like, you don't have to read any other omnis before or after this. Like, you're good. Like, you can just read this self-contained. And one thing I love about it is that while the story itself, right, is kind of this ongoing story, each issue almost feels self-contained in itself. Even though it's telling this murder mystery story, it's like if you were hunting it down in singles, like you could just pick up a Long Halloween at issue 6 and just read from there. Like, that's how the story, like, Loeb does it. It's almost self-contained, but it's still this continuing story. It's great stuff. Like, Loeb was he just had it down, man. He was just in his bag. Like, everything made sense. Nothing, like I said, nothing was out of the ordinary. No characters didn't make sense. Like, it just, everything just fit. All the pieces matched. Everything fit. But yeah, guys, I think that's gonna do it for this one, man. Jeph Loeb, Tim Sale, Peak Omni, guys. Just go read it. Batman, it's great. Yeah, like I said, a thick boy as well. If you like me, you know, I like the thicker ones. Like, yeah, I want to get my money's worth. I want to get a complete story, and you get that here. Like I said, there's no volume 2. There's no other thing you gotta hunt. You know, there's no pre Jeph Loeb Tim Sale. None of that. You just pick this up and you can read it in its entirety, and you'll be good. It's great stuff. What is it retail for? What is this? $125. A little bit on the pricier side, but like I said, it's a thick boy. So, but definitely worth your money, guys. Like I said, masterpiece. Not like, no lie. This is a masterpiece. You need to read it. But yeah, guys, appreciate you for tuning in. You know, I love all the support we've been getting. You know, be on the lookout every Friday. Long Box Lounge, new episodes every Friday with my guy Lou, Blaze Comics. Check him out. You know, he's dope. But yeah, appreciate you for tuning in, and peace.